Hey gang, Maria here from goalietrainingpro.com, and this is a follow-up to a segment I did, probably it was a year ago, and the question was asking how can a goalie get down into their butterfly a little bit quicker. And I got myself in some hot water because I just applied my biomechanics. So this is how I train any athlete. I look at the demands and I apply sort of the physics of human movement biomechanics to it. I layer over the anatomy to it, and I come up with training programs. So, it's the same if I work with a football player or a figure skater. Those aren't my areas of expertise. That's not what I played growing up. I'm not a technical coach in those areas. But from the strength and conditioning perspective, I just look at the science of the movement and apply it. So my comment at the time was, you kind of can't drop faster than gravity will permit you to drop. So if I'm squatting and I want to drop into a squat faster, I can't pull myself to the ground faster unless, of course, my feet are anchored to something. If I'm in a push-up position on the floor, I can't pull myself to the floor faster than just a normal drop. Now, I'm not saying, and again, I'm not a technique coach for goaltending, so I know that there is the idea to drive your knees to the ground, to the ice, and there's technique to that. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that I don't know that you can appreciably increase the speed with which you drop, but I think you can increase the speed of your anticipation as you drop and your reaction. So the drill we did at the time was, if you have one of your teammates just hold up either two fingers or one finger, alternating, and when you see an odd number, you're going to drop, and when you see an even number, you're just going to hold your ready position, so that you get better at anticipating and reacting to that stimulus. Now, so last people were like, yeah, I drive my knees to the ice and blah, 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 and that's great, and keep doing it. But if somebody can come up with a biomechanical argument, I'd really love to see it. I'm just thinking the weights of your skates and even your lower leg with the pad relative to the mass of your whole body. I don't, maybe there's a slight effect, but again, I think probably the anticipation reaction is going to get you more than just trying to pull yourself to the ice. Much like, again, if you're in a push-up position, I can't pull myself to the ground faster than just a drop. Okay, so I'm not saying just drop to the ice, do what your technique coach tells you to do, but I'm just looking at the biomechanics of it. Cool. Okay, the second part of this one, I know I'm going to get emails about this, but the second part of this one is what are some ideas or exercises we can do to pop up out of the butterfly quicker? And here's one where I can help you. So we're going to I just look at it as progressive overload. Again, looking at the athlete's range of motion, but basically just work our way down. So we start I use a stack of AirX pads because they're soft and cushy and nice, and then we just work our way down, down, down. And then I'm going to give you a few other progressions and maybe a couple individual exercises. This is going to be a big video, people. So here we go. Here's some ways that you can pop up out of your butterfly a little bit quicker. So here I have just a stack of 3 AirX pads. We use them for balance training, and they're just nice and cushy. So you would come down into your stance, and then just pop. And I want to try to see quick firing in the hips, so I almost don't want a big jump up to tall standing. I want more just the feet coming back out. So I look at, does the head move at all? And then we just work it down. And again, try to get both coming together. You might be able to see, I think I want to lead with my right a little more because it's sort of my stronger side. And then work it down into there. See, I'm using my arms a little bit to cheat here as I get down lower. To get rid of that, I'd have the goalie hold a little medicine ball. So that it's really just coming from the hips and legs, because if you're in the play, I don't really want you having to use your arms to get back up. I wouldn't go any lower than this, because you're going to have those pads on the inside that'll raise you from the ice a little bit. So we're really not meant to get right down to floor level. So that's one that I would work on. And then again, you can add a little overload and force you to stabilize your upper body a little better by just holding a medicine ball as you do that. Another little progression that we can use is coming up higher than floor level, because you're going to have your blades on your skates, so you're going to have to get a little bit higher than actually floor level. So if you start on the BOSU, ooh, that was a bad one. I led with my left. And then just get up on top of the BOSU. It has nothing to do with the BOSU. I'm not using the BOSU because it's unstable or anything else. I'm using it because I like the slope of the angle. I can get my knees on it. I can clear my feet as I come up, and it's something soft. I'm not going to smash my shin or my ankle off the edge of a hard box. So that's the only reason I'm using the BOSU. Nothing magical there. So I think of that pop-up as kind of two different components. One is sort of a rapid hip extension, you know, kind of driving the hips up and forward to get momentum moving up, to get your body moving up. And then the other is quickly, boom, externally rotating your hips to bring your feet underneath you. So, you know, I think we worked pretty well on some of that hip extension, boom, quick hip extension. And now I want to just do one little exercise for the hip external rotation. So if we're here in a knee down position, and then we come up, so I just have a mini band above my knees, and I'm going to come up, okay, so I don't mind that one. It's just as a general strengthening exercise anyway. I don't think getting that pop is as much about strength in the hips as it is just about speed. I think it is sort of a pretty big drive from here and then a quick snap underneath. But I kind of like that exercise. I think it might also give you a little bit of endurance. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have to do quite a few of those in a game, you still have that nice quickness in the hips. So I hope I didn't make you mad talking about gravity and all. But I also hope that I gave you a few little tips of exercises you can try to help you pop up out of your butterfly. Because, again, you know that I think getting back into your ready position, recovering quickly, is probably one of the most important things about being a great goalie. So thanks a lot. This is Maria from goalietrainingpro.com.